What's up, everybody? It's Nick here, and today I'm joined once again by Allison from Homebridge. Now, on today's video...
No. We're going to switch it up this time. Yep, I'm going to interview you. Yep, that happened. This time, we're going to switch it up. Okay. Tell me about your journey into real estate.
I actually come from a background in graphic design and marketing, video post-production, and IT. So I know that sounds like a whole lot, but through different jobs at different places, I kind of gained all of these skills. And I've actually been good friends and worked with in the past with Cole and Kelly Watkins, who are the leaders of the Bridge Group. And so Cole reached out to me one day and said, like, hey, I think you would be a really good fit for this type of job. Have you ever thought of getting into real estate? In all honesty, when he first asked me that question, my first instinct was like, no, why would I ever want to get into, that's not my thing. I like marketing and I like technology, and I'm not big into houses, right? Like, I know there's people who just like watch HGTV like all the time. Like, I'll watch stuff every now and then, but that's not my thing. I told him, I'll think about it. Let me do some research. Let me learn a little bit more about it. I asked him some questions about his experience because I knew him from before. And so he just told me how, it was really awesome. He's really learned to enjoy it. Gets the opportunity to change people's lives and to sort of be a part of this like monumental decision that people have. And I realized that after I did more research that's kind of been my thing all along, was like, how can I either enable people to do something that they couldn't do before through technology, or fixing a technology problem that they have so that they can get back to doing what they want to do, or if it's being creative and thinking of creative ways to solve problems or to come up with marketing pieces or advertising. That kind of all lends itself to like real estate. And so the more I thought about it, the more I realized I could actually use all the skills that I've gained over the years and kind of put them all into my own business and use them to help change people's lives, to be a part of that monumental decision that people have. So I decided to make the jump.
What an incredible job you've done so far. It's been really, really cool to see you grow into this space, and I can't wait to see that process continue. So speak to that part about your favorite things regarding what you get to do in this space of real estate.
So I have a client that I worked with in the past, and this is a great example of why I do what I do. She moved from out of state, she's a single mom, and she is providing for her children on her own. And so to work with her and helping her accomplish the task and the goal of owning her own home, just being able to see that sense of pride and that sense of accomplishment that she did it, she made it happen, and I got to just be a part of that and to help enable that. That is why I do what I do. It's for stories like that where I get to work with people. You never know sort of where people are in life, what struggles they've gone through, what obstacles have been in their way, and home ownership for a lot of people is one of those things that they may not think that they could ever do, or that they would ever have enough money, or maybe where they grew up or their family, nobody's ever owned a house. And it's kind of like college. It's one of those large expenses in life that a lot of people think is out of reach. And I love being able to sort of be a part of that. And then I like working with homeowners who are just scared of the market. They're unsure of how it's going to happen. They want to list their home, and they don't know what to expect, and they think they're just not going to get enough money, or they're worried that it's just going to be this big hassle, and so they're almost afraid of making that move to the next home that they really want, because they're kind of hamstrung with this preconceived idea of what they think the market will be like. And so I like also being able to come in and to say, hey, like, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help support you. Let me take some of that load off of you so that you can focus on your family and your job and the things that are important to you. Let me sell the house. Let me put forth the effort. Let me use my expertise. Let me use my background to help you be able to sell that house to get into the next one.
Absolutely. And what's so cool is the fact that Nick is a part of the Bridge Group, and literally what you're talking about is bridging the gap for people that are looking to buy their first home and sell their home as well. So it's so cool to see that all come into play. I think there's a lot of mystery behind real estate agents. So give people an idea of what like an average day looks like for you. What are some of the things that you go through as far as inspections or appraisals or any of those things that you do daily?
Well, I think a lot of people view real estate agents like a used car salesman, right? And so a lot of people think that all I do is I'm trying to kind of manipulate people into doing something that they don't want to do, and to convince them to make bad decisions and to saddle them with debt that they don't really want. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. In reality, what I do on a daily basis is I try to find people who need my service, who need my help, or people who don't think that they need that help, but helping them see the value that I can bring and helping them make a decision, helping them find the right home. So I'm doing a lot of setting up custom searches and helping people kind of take all the thoughts about what they want in a house and sort of boil it down to criteria that's searchable, so that people can say the area and the schools and the size and bedrooms, and yeah, all that stuff's important, but I also try to get down to like, why do you need another bedroom downstairs because you are gonna have an in-law move in? Like, everybody's story is different. So I have a lot of conversations with people about why they're wanting to move and what's prompting it and what they want in that next home. And I build custom searches to help them find it. I'm showing people houses, which is probably the thing most people think of is like, I just unlock doors, which in reality, it's more than that. Yes, I'm unlocking a door, but I'm there to also provide expertise. People ask me questions when I'm showing them the houses, and they want to know, like, how old is it? Okay, so if it's a certain age, do I need to be worried about the roof and the AC and plumbing? And those are questions you would have to research on your own. So having me there is more than just turning a key. It's to be available, to be personal with you, to have that connection so that you have somebody that you can trust in this very sort of like chaotic roller coaster ride of real estate. My job is to be like the eye of the storm. Like, real estate is always going to be crazy. It's always going to be, things are changing, laws change, regulations change, the market changes, interest rates changes. My job is to be that kind of one constant, that you have somebody you can rely on, that you have somebody that you know, if I call Nick and it's 10 o'clock at night, like, he's gonna answer, and he'll be able to, if he doesn't know the answer, he can get me the answer.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that insight with us. It's always great to know what all goes into what you do and how also you earn your commission. Give me insight also on how many families you would love to see helped this year through your services.
So my goal for 2019 is 26 families, but at the end of the day, that number is not what I operate by. I am a business, so as a business owner, you track your numbers, you track your metrics. That's how you know that you're on track for the year. I said track a lot of times, but that 26 is a goal. But if I'm a little less, that's okay. If I'm a little more, that's great. At the end of the day, the goal is to help people. And my goal is not to hit some number, to add another number on my spreadsheet of people. People are not just numbers to me, but I want to change people's lives, help empower them, help them accomplish something. So my job is relationships over transactions. That's sort of our saying at the Bridge Group, and I think that that's so true, which is why I'm part of it, is because I subscribe to that wholeheartedly. So I would rather foster a relationship, work with somebody for a long period of time, show them my value, show them my worth, and if it turns into that I work for them, great. And if it doesn't, at least I've formed that relationship and I've been able to be a part of somebody else's life, and hopefully I've made a connection somehow. Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for being open to this process and
letting me
do my magic.
Hopefully this next one you won't have to hear me ramble on about myself. So stay tuned for the next video. We'll continue to bring you value, helpful tips, and insight from subject matter experts. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.